Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to do heavy haulage, and I will show you my lorry later. It's a rainy day here, and I quite like the rain actually. Well, as you know, I always like rain. I don't like being wet. Yeah, that's a bit weird. So I'm currently at Cambridge. So just a side note, I don't have any unofficial mods going on here. So because I just want to show you what SCS offers to you, and I don't really like the sound of the indicator in this game, because it's different from the one in real life. It's that a Volkswagen in front of me, I think so. I'm not good at cars. Come on, car. So the cargo, I already picked a cargo. The cargo is going to be that. Let's see what it is. It says industrial cable reel. That's 34 ton. That's actually not that heavy. Why is it categorized as heavy haulage? I have no idea. Destination is Dover LKW log, some German thing. So that's my destination. Or I should put the display to air pressure. So it goes up to 12 bar. I think I'm a bit positioned weirdly, and this is probably the first. Well, it is the first time I do a heavy haulage on YouTube. I quite like the heavy haulage thing. So let me stop everything. So this lorry is a Scania R730 V8 engine, Euro 6 Scania Streamline, and it's 8x4. The first and second axles are steering, with the second one being liftable, and the third and fourth ones are driving axles. So it's got a 730 horsepower 16-litre diesel engine, V8, and the gearbox here is a Scania OptiCruise 12 plus 2-speed automated, and it's actually designed for heavy haulage, because the highest gear is 12th gear. The highest gear has got a higher gear ratio as the other one in this game. Not quite sure about that in real life, but in this game the highest gear has got a higher gear ratio, which makes the rev goes a bit high. So SCS is making, you see, at this low speed I'm already using 10th gear. Yeah, the gear ratios are a bit higher than the normal OptiCruise, and I've got 2 extra crawler gears which I never use. I never use in the game. You may need it in real life. I forgot to drop my axle. Um, the lorry is the trailer is included in the DLC called Heavy Cargo, Heavy Haulage. I forgot the name, but it's a pack of. It's a heavy pack which gives you the trailers and the chassis for lorries, the 8x4 chassis, and heavy haulage gearbox. And but you only get 3. You only get heavy lorries from 3 manufacturers: Scania, Volvo, and Mercedes-Benz. But with the Mercedes-Benz, you can only get the new actuals, the 3rd generation actuals. You can't get with the 2nd gen. But with the Scania, I think you can get with both generations in ETS2, and I think Volvo is the same case. I'm not sure. But with the Scania, the gearbox you get is a 12+2 gear, 12+2 speed Scania OptiCruise. With Volvo you get I-shift. I think it's also 12+2 gear. But on Mercedes you get the manual mode because I want to use low gear. With the Mercedes-Benz you get 16 speed power shift. And I haven't played ETS2 in quite a bit of time, so but I am still okay at it. I put back to automatic mode on set cruise control. So you can see that at about 56 miles an hour, my engine is running at 1500. Whereas if you have a conventional, if you don't have those two, if you have the OptiCruise without those 2 crawler gears, and you go at 56 miles an hour in 12th gear, it goes to about 12,500 revolutions per minute. But these heavy trucks are quite nice to drive in this game. Well, and also the trailers, the heavy trailers in this game come with steering axles, but the conventional 3-axle trailers don't have steering axles, which is very annoying because in real life they should have steering axles on them, but in the game they don't, which is not a good thing. And I actually prefer the RJL mod for Scania, but I'm not using that in this game because I want to show you something original from SES. And yeah, speaking of Mercedes-Benz lorries, Mercedes-Benz trucks you can trust. I think they are having 8-speed power shift on Iconic, which in my opinion is a good thing. I actually quite like the Iconic, the low floor design, even though I don't think it looks good, like the overall design. But the Iconic, it's absolutely taking a step forward, because a similar model is the Dennis Eagle Elite 6. I don't know, that from Dennis Eagle, and that one I don't think it's available for any vehicles other than RCV, refuse collection vehicles. But however, the Mercedes-Benz Iconic is available as a chassis, which you can put on different types of bodies. So they originally designed it for bin lorries. It was designed as a chassis for bin lorries. Therefore, it only had an Allison 6-speed automatic gearbox. Because bin lorries use that most commonly, I think, while other lorries use automatic gearboxes. I think I should go behind that lorry. So the Mercedes, but the Iconic, due to its low floor design, it finds successful in other lorry industry, especially in distribution and construction. But the only problem is that the gearbox is not automated. Was not automated, and that was quite struggling other users. So they just recently made the power shift available for the Iconic. But I heard that, I'm not quite sure if it's 8-speed or 12-speed, but I think it will be great if both 8-speed and 12-speed are available for the Iconic. Those automated gearboxes are quite nice. And also SAS is making the next gen Scania. The Scania R and the Scania S series. I think I actually cannot wait for that, but I can. But I mean, I quite like the new look of the next gen Scania. It looks more beautiful. I think it's some Rolls-Royce standard in the lorry industry. But I think Scania makes the most expensive lorries. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, that next gen Scania looks elegant. Can't wait for it to go on ETS2, but I'm actually not quite impressed by ETS2 because you can't really do many things. I mean, it would be much better if there are more lorries, but they all seem to be like, you can't really, unlike train simulators and OMSI2, you can put in new vehicles, but in this game you can't do that easily. And when you get some new vehicle, like they just put the vehicles into 7 manufacturers, which is quite annoying. It will be better. Are you blocking the traffic? Good job, lorry. Are we blocking all the traffic? No, this lorry. I should let this lorry. It did not indicate left. If it did, I would have let her come to the left, so it won't block those traffic. No, that's the wrong button. Yeah, sorry. I mean, even if I didn't give way to that lorry, it should have slowed down and go behind me. Am I in Dover already? Oh, it's quite fast. In real life you don't get that fast. Now think about it, Cambridge to Dover. Ho 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 ho. Dumb bag. Why brake so much, you stupid lorry? Hang on, don't want to hit my left. That wasn't a great move. So I go, wait, I wonder how many times I went to this road, because I remember I turned left from here quite a lot, and I go into that company quite a lot. Good job, ETS2. No. So let me show you what I meant about the steering. You can see that the trailer has got steering axles and they actually steer. But annoyingly, they're all steering axles, so you can't really find your center of steering by just looking at the axles. That's a bit annoying, but it's good that they all have steering axles. But on conventional trailers, they don't in this game what they do in real life. That's not simulative enough, is it? Wait, does the Michelin thing light up? Yeah, it does. Lovely. I did not know that. And the rear overhang, not overhang, from center of steering to the rear, that's a bit long on this, so I have to be careful. Yeah, I went to this place a lot, and some in my previous videos. It is going to be dodgy, and I should pick this because I'm a great lorry driver. And I should put gearbox in manual mode so I can crawl. Put the dashboard in pressure. Okay, is it right? I think so. So C1 is crawler gear 1. First crawler gear. So crawler gears, what are crawler gears? Crawler gears are basically some extra gears with higher gear ratio that lets you crawl. Like if you're stuck in the mountain or stuck anywhere, it lets you pull off more easily because it's got a higher gear ratio. And they usually exist on lorries for heavy operation. I'm not quite sure about railway shunters. I'm not sure if they have those. And on this one, it's got 2 crawler gears. So when you say the gearbox, you say it's 12 plus 2 speed. It's not 14 speed. Because there are 2 crawler gears, and they should be counted separately. Because you don't drive with crawler gears. It's like you won't put a shunter in service on railway service. That went a bit wrong. Did I forget to turn on these all the way? That wasn't nice, was it? I'm probably not a good lorry driver. Why am I doing this from outside? That's very off. I'm too close. I'm too towards the right. get my arse. Let me point my arse to the right direction. So if you want to be a lorry driver, think carefully, because you will have to do this, or not necessarily with the heavy trailer, but you do need to do this. Is reversing. You need to reverse anyway, but reversing the lorry is a bit pain in your arse. And you need to be careful with the brake if you apply too much brake. If you don't apply enough brake, you crash into things, but if you apply too much brake, the air goes off, in which case you'll have to wait for the air to go up. You also need to be careful with your pedal, because due to its design, it can't be in gear when idling, so it just puts itself into neutral automatically when you idle, even if you put it in gear. But so I think when you press, it puts itself into gear when you press the pedal. But I'm not quite sure if it puts itself into gear if you just leave it there. And also, there's a bit annoying thing about this game is that there's no cursor when you drive the lorry. Because in Train Simulator and OMSI 2 you get the mouse cursor spinning around. But in this game, when you move the mouse, it just moves the camera. That's too much. That went a bit wrong, didn't it? Well, I'm probably not a good lorry driver then. That is probably a bit too close to the left, but whatever. No, that's not pretty. How's that? Anyway, I don't care. That goes off, that goes off. It's not that good actually. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and good night. Good night.